the mind wall when imagination fight faith. Battle of the mind. Choosing one. In the church today, we talk so much about faith. Faith that moves mountain. Faith that heals the sick. Faith that opens the Red Sea. But choosing one. Do you know why many still can't walk in true faith? It's not because the world has lost its power. It's not because God has changed. It's not because the church has no power. It's because our mind and our imaginations are out of control. You can't walk by faith if your imagination, if your mind is still walking in fear. You can't see the promised land if your imagination is still trapped in Egypt. The children of Israel, they saw God split the Red Sea in Exodus chapter 14:21. They ate manna that fell from heaven in Exodus chapter 16:15. They drank water from the rock in Exodus chapter 17:6. Yet their minds never left Egypt. When God said, I will give you a land that flows with milk and honey, they said, would God we had died in Egypt in Numbers chapter 14:2. They saw giants and imagined themselves grasshopper in Numbers chapter 13:33. They forgot the God who brought them out and remembered only the onion and the garlic of Egypt in Numbers chapter 11:5. Their bodies were free, but their minds were still in chains. Their feet left Egypt, but their imaginations stayed behind. And because of that, they could not enter the promised land. The tragedy wasn't Pharaoh's word. It was their own thoughts. The real Red Sea wasn't before them. It was within them. Their imagination built invisible walls that faith could not climb. Psalms 78:41 says, yea, they turned back and tempted God and limits the Holy One of Israel. Imagination that limits an unlimited God just because of a limited mind. Choosing one until you keep your mind under control. Else, you will keep cycling the wilderness of your own thoughts until your imagination sees what God says. You will never step into what God promised. Romans chapter 12:2 declared, be transformed by the renewal of your mind. So renew it, wash it with the word, paint it with the picture of promise, because faith cannot live where imagination is rebel. Faith sees the unseen, but imagination must agree with what faith sees. If your faith says, I am free, then your imagination must stop replaying your Egypt. If your faith says, I am healed, then stop picturing your sickness. Bring your mind and your imaginations under the word and watch the invisible wall fall. Bring your mind and your imagination under the word and watch the invisible wall fall. For when your mind agrees with your mouth, your destiny will agree with your heavens. The invisible wall can only fall when the inner man stands visible. The invisible walls can only fall when the inner man stands tall.